What's up, everyone? Today we're reacting to episode 4 of The Big Bang Theory, and I'm super excited to get into this because it's been a great first episodes to watch. We got Sheldon, the quirky, smart guy. We got Leonard, the hopeless romantic, and we got a couple of other guys that we've yet to fully know. We got Howard, which is the crazy playboy except in nerd form, which is a really creepy version of of a player, And we got Raj, which is just we haven't gotten anything with Raj. It's just a quiet guy who doesn't talk much, but the quiet guy who can't talk to women. But we don't know anything about him as of yet, which maybe this episode we'll see. Who knows? But I'm super excited to get into this episode. Let's get it on.
You know, I've been thinking about time travel again.
Why? Did you hit a roadblock with invisibility?
Put it on the back burner. Anyway, it occurred
Another
to me,
thing to
if
go.
I ever did perfect a time machine, I would just go into the past and give it to myself, thus eliminating the need for me to invent it in the first place.
So, if you go by that logic, that means that no one will ever invent time travel ever. Surely by now that person invented it would come back from the future already to this time period and give it to us, So that means that time travel's never gonna happen.
In order. You know, I'm not going to enjoy this.
Or
party.
can't happen
I
because
know.
you can't change the future.
The last apartment party,
Yeah.
Professor Finkelday cornered me and talked about spelunking for 45 minutes.
Yes, I was there.
You know what's interesting about caves, Leonard?
What?
Nothing.
That cave's
We'll
pretty
avoid
cool. We
Finkel,
got
then We'll meet
bats.
the new department head, congratulate him, shake his hand, and go.
How's this? Pleased to meet you, Dr. Gablehauser. How fortunate for you that the university has chosen to hire you, despite the fact that you've done no original research in 25 years, and instead have written a series of popular books that reduce the great concept of science to a series of
Hey, so
anecdotes,
OCD has
each
to
one dumbed
fix
down
this.
to accommodate the
Okay.
duration of an average bowel movement. Mahalo.
Yeah, I don't think professors like him.
Mahalo's a nice touch. I love America. You don't have buffets in India?
Of course, but it's all Indian food.
Why?
Bigger than
Indian
Mumbai,
food is
you're
great.
right. Schmear me.
Well, here's an interesting turn of
Although American
events.
food is
What?
pretty good too. Like burgers.
Howard brought a
And
date?
pizza.
Plausible explanation that his work in
not
robotics has
Indian
made an
food.
amazing leap forward.
Hey, what up, science bitches?
How did he get her?
Howard, I told you, touching's extra.
Right?
Oh, prostitute. I mean, it's expected
Hi,
from what
fellas.
we've just seen.
Eric
No way.
Gablehauser. Howard Wolowitz.
Howard, nice to meet you. And you are?
An actual real scientist.
What a way to introduce yourself.
How was that? I can't believe
Did he
you
get fired?
me.
He fired
I'm a
him?
glorified high school science teacher whose last successful
He
experiment
fired-
was lighting his own farts.
The one time we saw him at work,
In
he
my
gets
defense, I
fired.
prefaced that by saying, with all due
But I mean,
respect.
you started off with saying a real scientist mocking him. What is that gonna do?
You're making eggs for breakfast?
Pretty interesting
This is a
comment.
breakfast.
I would like to
experiment.
experiment.
Because it looks a lot
So you
like
get
breakfast.
fired, so you're doing breakfast experiments. In there.
I finally have time to test my hypothesis about the separation of the water molecules from the egg proteins and its
So
impact.
he's
on the
becoming a
taste.
chef. That's what chefs do.
Sounds yummy.
Sounds yummy.
I look forward to your work with bacon.
As do I.
He didn't get
You know,
sarcasm.
I'm sure if you just apologized to Gablehauser, he would give you your job back.
I don't want my job back. I spent 4 years working on my thesis. Before that, I was in college, and before that, I was in the 5th grade. This is my first day off in decades, and I'm going to savor it.
Okay.
I mean, that's fair enough.
you get back to
You
fixing
get
your
burnt
eggs.
out.
I'm not just fixing my eggs, I'm
How is he holding a hot plate of eggs like that? He's documenting its scientific method. Is this it?
use new eggs.
It's expired. You just get rid of it.
Hey, I'm running out to the market. Do you guys need anything?
Oh, well, this would be
What
one of those
kind of neighbors are
circumstances that people unfamiliar with the law of large numbers would call a coincidence. You won't get it right. I'd better come with you.
Oh, yay!
What? Why did you ask?
I'm taking a sabbatical because I won't kowtow to mediocre minds.
So you got canned, huh?
Theoretical physicists
She
do not
figured
get
that out.
canned. But yeah,
When one door closes, another one opens.
no it doesn't. Not unless the two doors are connected by relays or there are motion sensors involved.
It's a figure of speech
The
stuff.
first door closing creates a change of air pressure that acts upon the second door.
Never mind.
This car weighs, let's say, 4,000 pounds. Now add 140 for me, 120 for you.
120?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insult you? Is your body mass somehow tied into your self-worth?
Well, yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, that gives us a total weight of, let's say, 4,400 pounds.
Let's say 4390.
We'll be occupying the same space as that Buick in front of us. An impossibility that nature
She's gonna
will
slam
quickly
on the brake.
resolve into
She's gonna
death,
slam.
mutilation. Oh, look, they built a new putt-putt course.
She's like, thank God he got distracted.
Hey, you want to hear an interesting thing about tomatoes?
No, not really. Listen, didn't you say
I don't wanna-
some eggs?
Oh, the thing about tomatoes, and I think you'll really enjoy this, is they're shelled with the vegetables, but they're technically a fruit.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
No,
He's
I don't
really
find it
regretting asking.
Well, there's
He's
some
about to-
value to taking a multivitamin, but the human body can only absorb so much. What you're buying here are the ingredients for very expensive urine.
Well, maybe that's what I was going for.
Instagram scientists would agree with you or disagree with you on
Maybe
all the
tomorrow we can
spectrum.
go to one of those big warehouse stores.
Oh, I don't know, Sheldon. It's gonna take me a while to recover from all the fun I had today.
Are you sure? There are a lot of advantages
She's-
to buying in
is
bulk. For
being
example,
very
I noticed that
patient.
you purchase your tampons 1 month supply at a time.
What?
What? Think about it. It's a product that doesn't spoil, and you're going to be needing them for at least the next 30 years.
You want me to buy 30 years worth of tampons?
Oh,
30, 35. When did your mother go into menopause?
he has no filter, literally at
I'm
all.
talking about this with you.
Oh, Penny. This is a natural human process, and we're talking about statistically significant savings. Now, if you assume 15 tampons per cycle and a 28-day cycle, are you fairly regular?
Oh my. Slam the door.
Hey, I just ran into Penny. She seemed upset about something.
I think it's her time of the month.
I don't think so.
The calendar for future reference.
So, fish.
I read an article about Japanese scientists who inserted DNA from luminous jellyfish into other animals, and I thought, hey, fish night lights.
Poison the fish so you can
Fish
get some.
night lights.
It's $1 billion idea.
Mum's
To
the
be
word.
honest, a lot of kids would want that.
Sheldon, are you sure you don't want to just apologize to Gablehauser and get your job back?
Oh, no. Oh, I have too much to do.
Like luminous fish. Sorry, I didn't...
Like you're spying.
That's just the beginning. I also have an idea for a bulk mail-order feminine hygiene company. Oh, glow-in-the-dark tampons.
Yes, Penny, it's gonna
Leonard, we're gonna be
moving out after that idea. Is this his mom? What the?
This is a particularly disturbing one.
Is she normal? No. He's like, you called my mommy.
Honey, why'd you get a loon?
How did? Pretty good job though, to be
thinking
fair.
luminous fish, and I thought, hey,
Loom.
loom,
He's got off the
Mom.
really.
what are you doing here?
Leonard called me.
I know, but why?
Because one of the great minds of the 21st
He's like-
century is raising glow-in-the-dark fish and weaving serapes.
I went to the market with Penny.
Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago.
That's
Then
3
buckle
weeks
up.
it took.
Next 4 to
Okay,
8
yeah.
days, she's going to get very crabby.
3 weeks ago.
Sweetheart,
Okay,
your little
he.
friend is concerned about you.
Yes, well, I'm not a child. I'm a grown man capable of living my life as I see fit. And I certainly don't need someone telling on me to my mother.
Wait, where are you going?
To my room, and no one's allowed in.
And you see why you need your
His
mom.
temper from his day.
Sheldon, your mom
He
made
was
dinner.
I'm not
Crazy.
hungry.
Leonard, don't trouble yourself. He's stubborn.
She's
He'll
here?
Stay in there till the rapture.
We so sure that's a bad thing?
I tell you, I
She
love
didn't get
but
scared
he
off
had been
yet.
difficult
She
since
hasn't.
he fell out of me at the
She's
Kmart.
still.
Excuse me for being so bold, but I now see where Sheldon gets his smoldering.
No way you're hitting on his mother.
Honey, that ain't gonna work, but you keep trying. I made chicken. I hope that isn't one of the animals that you people think is magic. You know, we have an Indian gentleman at our
Learn
church,
something,
Dr.
but yeah.
Patel. It's a beautiful story. The Lord spoke to him and moved him to give us all 20% off on LASIK. You know, those that know.
That is a lovely story.
Has Shelley ever freaked out like this before?
Oh, all the time. I remember one summer when he was 13, he built a small nuclear reactor in the shed and told everybody he was going to provide free electricity for the whole town. Well, the only problem was he had no what you call fissionable materials. Anyway, when he went on the internets to get some, a man from the government came by and sat him down real gentle and told him it's against the law to have yellow cake uranium in a shed.
I remember this episode on Young Sheldon. That was pretty funny.
Locked himself in his room and built a sonic death ray.
A death ray?
Well, that's
I mean,
what
with his
didn't
smarts,
slow
he
down
could.
the neighbor kids. It pissed our dog off to no end.
They had a
You
dog.
two
They didn't have
are
a
cute
dog.
couple.
No, we're not. We're not a couple. We're singles. Two singles, like those individually wrapped slices of cheese that are friends.
Did I
She
hear
laughed
her?
very
Oh,
fast.
yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody, it's time to eat.
Oh my God, this is the best cobbler I've ever had.
It was always Sheldon's favorite. You know what the secret ingredient is?
Love?
Lard.
You ain't gonna get that here.
Hey, look who's coming.
Shh, you'll spook him.
What? It's like a freaking cat.
Baby dear, you gotta let him come to you.
They're all scared of him.
Ridiculous. Damn it, Sheldon, snap out of it. You're a physicist. You belong at the university doing research, not hiding in your room.
It's my idea of what DNA would look like in a silicon-based life form.
Just another
But
experiment.
intelligently designed by a creator, right?
What do you want, Mom?
He's like, I don't want to
think
have
Daddy
this
used to
argument.
say that you can only fish for so long before you gotta throw a stick of dynamite in the water. I have been telling you since you were 4 years old. It's okay to be smarter than everybody, but you can't go around pointing it out.
Why not?
Because people don't like it.
That's the obvious
Remember
reaction.
the ass kicking you got from the neighbor's kids? You don't remember all the ass kicking you got from the neighbor kids? Now let's get cracking. Shower, shirt, shoes, and let's shove off.
Shove off. That's a Texan accent.
The ass kicking as if that stupid death ray had worked.
Then you'd be in jail.
Problem solved.
Really? That's impressive.
Leonard, the Lord never gives us more than we can handle. Thankfully, he blessed me with 2 other children who were dumb as soup.
That's mean, too.
Excuse me, Dr. Gablehauser, are you busy?
Well, actually,
Sheldon, he's just doodling. Get in here.
That's not helpful, boy.
We may have gotten off on the wrong foot when I called you an idiot. And I just wanted to say
Don't
that I
tell
was
her.
wrong. To point it out.
Could have left that out.
I'm sorry, we haven't been introduced. Dr. Eric Gablehauser.
Mary Cooper,
Wow.
Sheldon's mom.
Maybe
Now,
it's good
that's
that.
impossible. You must have had him when you were a teenager.
Oh, aren't you sweet? His father's dead.
Whoa! Whoa!
Long enough.
That's a very fast way of. But just. It's very bored.
Sheldon,
She's
shouldn't you
very
be working?
bored. He's like,
Okay.
what, do I sense something? This is very weird.
Really? What happened?
I'm not quite sure.
I don't think
It involves a
anyone's.
part of the human experience that has always eluded me.
Well, that narrows it down.
You showed a lot of courage today.
Thanks, Mom.
He didn't do it.
Mom. Is Dr. Gablehauser going to be my new daddy?
I guess he did. He did figure it out.
We'll see.
We'll see. That would be cool. They just stopped him from making $1 billion. Sad for them, you know. Better than many things on the market. Anyway, that was a pretty interesting episode, you know, showcasing Sheldon's, crazy, stubbornness, and, him having no filter whatsoever. And, who he is. And, yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.